commentary. This is going to be my last for a couple of days. This is the 2014 version of Hercules that came out in the summertime because it was a terrible one that came out in winter. The Legend of Hercules. This is the one with the Rock, the good one compared to that one, and that is Hercules, the 2014 movie directed by Brett Ratner. Yes, I know who he is. You don't have to tell me. This is 97 minutes, so it's pretty short. So let's get to it. I wanted to do this one last year, but I lost track of the time. And Pain and Gain, I'm not doing. I saw that movie and it was way too offensive for me and just mean spirited. And I already did G.I. Joe Retaliation last year, so I did that one first, and then I did Rise of Cobra. So I did both of those. I haven't seen Snake Eyes yet, but I'll eventually see it. This is going to be an interesting one. Yeah, this is Rebecca Ferguson before she was in Mission Impossible, and before Dune, and before she was in Men in Black International, where they wasted her. I think this is one of her first American-made movies, because she did a lot of things in Sweden in the 2000s. I like that this version, yeah, the Hercules is played by a black man. He's someone of color. It's not. Look at the little fingers. This is the exposition. Bosoms. Or Heracles. That's the Roman name. And the Greek name is Heracles. But there's the CGI snake. That counts for a snake. The year of the snake. But this is a much better movie than Legend of Hercules. Is horrible. It's so bad. Because the guy from Twilight, Kalen Lutz, he's not a good actor. It's got horrible CGI. The fight scenes are bad. The slow-mo is horrible. This is the Hydra. I do like the Disney version. Because the musical numbers are really good. The voice acting is good. And James Woods is a great Hades. I don't own the movie, so I would, if I had to do that, I would have to see it on Disney Plus or something. That looks cool. CGI Hydra. It reminds me of Jason and the Argonauts. Of course, those effects are better because they were done by Ray Harryhausen. But, Harryhausen's been dead for years, so. But his legend still lives on. You saw. Yeah, boar. It's like Pumbaa from the Lion King, but he's a warthog, an African pig. This one he hits it on the head. Yeah, this slow mo looks at least cool. Boom. The creatures are not in the movie that was. Yeah, the lion. Still looks better than the Lion King remake. Let me tell you. These creatures, I get why they use CGI because, a lot of these animals are dangerous. Well, hydras don't exist, but a real lion would have been too dangerous. I still think the effects look decent for something. Yeah, because he wears a lion mane. This, this movie took some liberties. Macedonian coast, northern Greece, 358 BC. Finish him. What is this? Mortal Kombat? This is still better than that Gods of Egypt movie. That movie's horrible. Yep, he's wearing Mufasa's head. This is when people still like The Rock because this was all the. Oh yeah, I know. We know Rock. At least this movie's shorter than Red One. It is way shorter. That movie could have been a little bit cut. There's another girl. That's not Rebecca. She comes later in the film. This is before AD. So yep. My mom doesn't like movies like this because of the violence. So, whatever. This is nothing compared to 300 or Gladiator. People are fighting with swords. What do you think? They're plane fighting? No, there's gonna be blood. Well, this isn't as good as the Scorpion King or something like that. I still like it better than the Mummy films, mainly because it's shorter. Because the Mummy films, I don't hate them. Brendan Fraser's the best thing in all of those films, but they get the last one with Tom Cruise was horrible. Yep, there's the title screen. We're 7 minutes in. I didn't want to do another comedy. I've done so many of them already. I like to branch out a little bit. I don't want people to think I'm predictable. I don't know why they have British accents except for Dwayne The Ron Johnson because it's Macedonia, guys. This is not England. You don't need to do British accents to make an epic. Gladiator didn't have that. Not the first one, anyway. I don't know what accent Russell Crowe was doing. I don't know. They think because it's like in Prince of Persia, the movie, the Sands of Time. Instead of doing accents that are Persian, they have to do British accents. Yeah, that's not a default accent for an epic, guys. It really isn't. Do your research first. It's not like this is directed by a British guy. It's not. Brett Ratner's not British. Food. This lady looks like Nicole Kidman. Because King Arthur, I get it. But here, this is not King Arthur. This is Hercules. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be an uncle soon. It's the last banana I'm gonna have for a couple of days. There she is, one of the most beautiful women that's been one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. See, difference between her voice and the turkey. Her voice is soothing, guys. In Dune, it's when she's not speaking that stupid language. By the way, she has a very soothing voice, and she has a beautiful face. She has freckles. Yeah, she is beautiful. I hope I meet her at Comic Con. I would love that. Because unlike the turkey, she has a fan base. Because Elsa Faust is still her best role in a major franchise. Why would they kill her off so unceremoniously? I don't know. Shane, not Shane McMahon. What's his name? Yep, Thrace, Eastern Greece. Ian McShane. Yeah, I got my name mixed up. It talks like this and everything. Yeah, I see. I could sound like them. Not hard. Because he was in Pirates 4 and Death Race, the one with Jason Statham. 13 minutes in. I don't know this person, so remove. Yeah, she is beautiful. Her costume is beautiful, and because I've liked her in other films too. Even the outfits she wears in Dune are very, very elaborate, and they look amazing. And unlike the boring women that were in Dune Prophecy, she's not boring. Because unlike Harry Potter, which is really long, this is short and sweet, which is nice. Because even the Fantastic Beasts movies are pretty long too, especially the third one. It was like 2.5 hours. It could have been way shorter if they just focus on Newt Scamander and his romance instead of uh, Grindelwald. Yeah. Once Johnny Depp was gone, I was disinterested in Grindelwald because while Matt Mikkelsen's a good actor, they keep casting him in roles that are just nothing. Rogue One, Doctor Strange, and then this movie. I'm like, when are you going to utilize this guy? 3 years earlier, yeah. This film does have a budget, and it looks good. Like the costumes and the lighting and the sets look real. They don't look like so bad CGI fest. Hello. Look at those beautiful eyes. You see a nice light skinned black girl. See, this movie's diverse, but it's not forcing it down your throat. And there's no Game of Thrones actors here, which is good because I don't need that. Oh, a peacock. Those are beautiful birds. Yeah, I watch things on Peacock because they have a lot of free content on there. Birds are beautiful. I see a lot of them in the park. Ooh. This is still a better movie than Gladiator 2. It's not 2 hours long. It's not a CGI fest like that. And the Rock is always usually a capable lead. I'd rather have an epic that's short and sweet than a thing that's over 2 hours long that doesn't need to be that long. Of course, they have to kill them off because these main protagonists have to lose so much. And there's no Megara in this version because that was the Disney version. Because they in that one they added more mythical characters like Philatides, and Ares. I think is Ares in that? No, and Megara and Hera and all. Yeah, they have them in more in supporting roles. Rest in peace, John Hurt. Yeah, I miss him a lot. Sparta, like 300. Oh, they were the goat. He has a cool voice. I'll give him that. I know. I know the feeling. This actress looks just like Nicole Kidman. It's scary. Again, they were sexist back then. Again, don't underestimate a woman with an arrow. Did you see the women in Themyscira and Wonder Woman or Katniss Everdeen? Or even the girl from Brave? She has an arrow. That's a dangerous weapon. Those are not even allowed at Comic Con. I know. Because this guy that dressed up as Arrow was going to bring an actual bow and arrow to the convention. And I was like, yeah, you can't. You can kill somebody. He wanted to be the actual Arrow. I'm like, if you did that as a cosplayer in like on online, yeah, but you can't do that in a convention. You can't bring real weapons. Only the security can have real weapons. Centaurs. Centaurs. A lot of these creatures were in Harry Potter, but they just called them something different. Like the basilisk, it's a giant snake, but like the Hydra is. And there was a centaur in that too. There were centaurs. That explains why I don't see a lot of Kate Bishop cosplay at Comic Con. No, I did see her, and I saw America Chavez too, even though I'm not a big fan of the character. Hey, Network 98, what's up? I forgot about her, but she'll be back. It's 9:50 now, in the morning. Num. She has the most beautiful dark hair I've ever seen, man. See, I don't just like actresses that are American. There's also Canadians, and she's Swedish. Just one of her parents is British. She wasn't there, Josh, because Haley was busy doing Beyond Spider Verse. Shamik Moore was there, but that he was the only actor there 2 years ago. This is fine without Megara. Yeah, I didn't need Megara because I got this gorgeous, woman, Rebecca Ferguson. She makes everything better when she's used right. Yeah, this character talks. He. Okay, that was kind of funny. You saw the mountains, yeah. Looks great. Radner, I'll give him this. Even though he's a perv, he can shoot a movie really well. He did that with the Rush Hour movies and even X-Men 3. As bad as the movie got, it was the writing that really sucked. I'm gonna see a Kate Bishop and take a selfie with her, Josh. Don't get offended, because if there's something that's my personal taste, it doesn't have to be yours. I took a selfie with Princess Peach last year because I had to. I said I was gonna meet my princess, and I did. I did. I saw her and I was like, "Hey, Princess Peach," and she's like, "Oh, wow, this is a cool scene." And that guy looks crazy. Again, this is how you do it, Ridley Scott. You did this once before with Gladiator, but your sequel is stupid. CGI monkeys, CGI rhinos, sharks in Rome. That doesn't make any sense, guys. There were no sharks in ancient Rome. That's stupid. That's like if this movie had a shark, and it's not a Sharknado movie. He wanted people to take CGI sharks seriously. No, unless you're Deep Blue Sea or The Shallows, I doubt it. And yes, I know Blake Lively's in that movie, Josh. Don't do not pounce on me. If I see that movie, I'm gonna give it a fair shake. This guy kind of has a sense of humor. I like his dialogue is actually pretty funny, without being cringe. Because if I like a girl, you have to grow on her because she was a little frustrating. I wasn't frustrated because when she broke that building, I'm like, she's young, she can make mistakes. At least she's not perfect in Hawkeye. And plus, it's Haley Steinfeld. I told you she would be in the MCU because, Oscar Isaac did both Marvel animated and live action. So you can do both. I really miss John Hurt. Yeah, he was an alien. The kid. Here it is. I'll do this one on Thursday. Not everybody could be a part of it, but the young people will, because they'll carry the franchise after all these actors are gone. Because when we don't have any of the Avengers anymore, who is going to carry the MCU in the next decade? The young people. These poor people suffering. Yes, she does. I would have loved to have seen her in Star Wars, but the way Star Wars is right now, I wouldn't trust him. Miles can't carry the MCU, but he can be in it, Josh. He's not going to have an opening the way Captain America did, because I told you that people were going to see it. Because, like I said, with even his movies don't make $1 billion either. The first Spider Verse only made 300 million worldwide, but the budget was so low that they was able to recuperate because it was animated, and animation is usually much cheaper unless it's Pixar or Disney. He's a cute kid. He's not annoying because the kids in Jurassic World, I wanted to punch him in the face. That kid and his older brother, I was like, so annoying, so painful. Wait, how long is Elysium? Achilles. Told you this guy had some fun dialogue. How long is this movie? An hour and 49 minutes. Oh, that's not that long. Yeah, I gotta do Elysium. I gotta rewatch it. It's been years since I watched it because some of the editing was bad. But again, I like the look of the film because Neil Blomkamp, I haven't done one of his films. I was gonna do District 9, but I know Superman is gonna make $1 billion because that's the superhero movie I'm looking the most forward to. I will taste victory this year. No matter what anybody says, oh, you got no job. I'm gonna get a job. A girlfriend, I'm gonna get a girlfriend that's not digital. That's a nice shot. And the music is good in the movie too. I like the music. I wish I could find a girlfriend with this climate of dating. No, there is no climate. The only thing bad right now is the wind. Where I live is like 20 mile per hour winds. Bessie, Heartland, Central Thrace. But this is not as bad as that Legend of Hercules. That was so bad, it was in my top 10 worst of 2014. If you saw my old channel, because it was horrible. This one at least was entertaining. And the only CG is the creatures mostly, not the people. They're all real people. I can't wait to see who's going to be at Comic Con this year. No matter who it is, I'm ready. I hope Iman goes so she could sign my Funko Pop pin of Miss Marvel that I have. Because I'm not apologizing for liking her. She's cute as a button. And as long as she's normal and not nuts, I'll approach her. I know she's way younger than me, but I don't care. She's a woman now. She's not a little girl. That's a lot of people, a lot of extras. It is like 300, except PG-13. So Ratner didn't want to scare off the producers and the moviegoers. There's still a lot of violence in the movie though. I'm so happy I'm going to Comic Con in 4 months. No matter who goes, even if it's just lesser people, not A-listers, I want to meet somebody of color at least once, male or female, it doesn't matter. See decapitated heads. That's why my mom was like, "Oh my god, this movie's so violent." It is a period piece in a way. If they're alive, they're like zombies. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yep, I know. That was cool. They come from under the ground. Man, those are the ugliest scrolls I've ever seen. Yeah. They still look better than that CG scroll thing from Secret Invasion. That's cool. They 32 minutes in, well, 33 soon. Hmm. How tall that dude is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They're all bald and have beards. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Here we go. Here comes the money shot. Yep. Sucker punch right in the face. He was a wrestler for a reason, guys. Like, wait. Mm. Hercules. Hercules. This is where we fight. Again, that's another movie. It was an epic movie. But I don't like that the main character dies. Yep, the war cry. Ah! Here we go. Yep, hit him. She has nice hair. She does look like Nicole Kidman. Not the same hair color. She's not a blonde. She has red hair. I forgot who this actress is. I gotta look her up after this is over. Yep. Yep. It's hammer time. I haven't seen Braveheart yet, but I'll watch that in March or April because it's way too long and depressing. And the winters are already depressing when it's not snowing. When we have weather like this, it's sunny out, but it's so windy it could blow someone's hat off their head. That was awesome. I haven't seen The Northman either. I heard that it was like a Viking movie that's really violent. That's awesome. That was an awesome stunt. There's no cars in this movie, so it's not going to be like 21 Jump Street, but with because it's a period piece. But this well shot and the action sequences are well done. You can actually see them. A lot of these creatures. A snake whip. That's cool. That is a cool weapon. The epic battle. And this is only about a third of the way to the running time. Happy President's Day also to all of you, my American subscribers. That is cool. Yep. Yep. Clothesline. Slow mo shot. Yep. Guy with the horse. That's why my mom doesn't like stabbings and cutting, but they don't have guns because this is a period piece. Guns were not invented yet in ancient Greece. These battle sequences are pretty good for a PG-13. It's really well done. It's not Lord of the Rings, but again, that's a 3 hour epic. What do you expect? 4 hours if you see the extended cut of the Return of the King, which is one of the longest things I've ever seen. Oh my god, the longest movie I've seen in a theater. Yes, it's longer than Endgame by several minutes. Longer than Avengers Endgame. Epics can't be like, an hour and 20 minutes if it's unless it's for kids, because kids can't see a 3 hour movie. It just they can't. Can't. That's why that's why when they do these festivals for kids, in the summertime, the movies are either 2 hours or less. They're never 3 hours. There's a centaur. That looks cool. See, they keep it in the shadows. That was an epic battle. I forgot how epic that battle was. Because I haven't seen this movie in a couple years, so. There's horses in the movie, real horses. Not me. I got the COVID vaccine 3 times. I need to live. It's a dangerous world we live in, and my mom got COVID twice. hmm The Rock has a couple of them. It's an image I'd like to see more girls in dress. Yeah, because these women dress like women. They don't dress like boring, SJW characters. Lavishly beautiful dresses. Yeah, exactly. Captain Kennedy is so afraid of that. Oh, when men are going to pleasure themselves to these women. Yeah. Did you see the Star Wars prequels or the originals? Hello, beautiful body. Mm-hmm. Blood on his hands. Symbolism. This film is almost half done. It's 43 minutes in, so. I want to see Mara Jade. We haven't seen her in any film or any show. No, 50 Shades is not sexy, Josh. That's a woman getting violated. I'm talking about a woman willingly showing herself without any shame. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Man, look at all those dead bodies. This movie has a body count, that's for sure. A three-headed wolf. That's not Cerberus, because Cerberus is a dog, not a wolf. No, it's not there, Hercules. You're just imagining it. Adam E. For doesn't go through bad press. Not Invincible Fan. No, it's because she's a well-written character voiced by a beautiful woman. There's none of this non-binariness or trying to fool us into thinking she's not a girl. I'm like, I'm not stupid, guys. These animators know what a woman looks like. Oh, that is Cerberus? Why does he look like a wolf then? See, she's wearing blue. Are those quail or pheasants? Yes, female companionship is good. It worked in Lord of the Rings. Yep, see, he has the best dialogue in the movie. Because they sound like Game of Thrones characters, except this is not as overly violent and overly sexual or incestuous for some reason. Why is that in Game of Thrones? I guess it's in the comics. I don't know. I don't read the comics because I don't like the actors in those shows, both Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon. It's not my thing, guys. It's not my thing. I like an epic every now and then, but in Game of Thrones, there's way too many British actresses in that show, and a lot of them don't do it for me. House of the Dragon, I got to see the girl as Supergirl, but we'll see what happens. Because, yeah, we'll see. Because they haven't shown her in the trailer for Superman. She has green eyes. Do they have the name of the cast here? I can't see. It's so small. There's the helmets. No, they won't. Hercules. Yeah, because the Game of Thrones actors were busy doing the X-Men movies and that terrible Gods of Egypt movie. Oh, yikes. See, and it's actually real armor. It, it looks like the one from Gladiator. Leather. He stabbed him and nothing. Interesting. Logic, am I right? One, two. Ah, they're training. At least they're training for battle, unlike the hobo where she could do everything because she's pre coded with everything. She's predetermined. That's the problem. Missed. Right in the middle. Gotta train for battle, man, if you're gonna fight. Many people are determined and strong-willed, so that's a little dagger compared to their swords. 52 minutes in. Is that Ben Foster? I think that's him, yeah. With facial hair. We lie down a little bit. Because the movie's almost over. Thankfully, it's shorter than 21 Jump Street. We know. It's 10:24 now. Nope. Didn't work this time. Yep, the Mount Astiscus. Drachen border. Is that snow? Yeah. I knew there was snow in this movie. A little bit. There's the centaurs. Yes, centaurs. Is that Mandalorian? Took a nice wide shot. They're not centaurs. Nope. We're prepared to fight. Team Rocket. Get up a little bit. Because the movie's almost over, so hold on. There we go. Much better. I'm so congested today. Here comes the speech. Yeah, see, the man has to make a speech before they fight. Look at that formation. It's great. Yeah, Rebecca Ferguson doesn't do any fighting here because she was doing Mission Impossible and impressing me in that. Here we go. Arrows flying everywhere. I didn't see that coming. Yeah, she's the warrior girl. Don't worry, no animals were harmed in this movie. She's good. She's a cool character. At least she does something, and she's not a super girl. She's not a superhuman, and at least she still looks like a woman. That's something I didn't get in Force Awakens. I was just so appalled. You turned the women boring. How dare you, J.J. Abrams and Rebecca Ferg and Kathleen Kennedy? How dare you? That was a cool stunt. See, we get to see her legs. Oh my God! Somebody arrest him. Does this look like a movie that cares what critics think? No, because the other one was worse. The Legend of Hercules. Even the beautiful women in those movies, in that movie, they don't do anything. It's hammer time. These battles are pretty epic. They're not the battles from Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, but they're still better than The Legend of Hercules and that other 300 movie that came out. It was just too much CGI blood. Too much. Flame. Yep, shield. Withdraw. It's raining fire. That is a cool image. They miss him. That was a good line. It's an entertaining movie. It knows what the audience is catered to. Mm-hmm. Time to get serious. You don't have to cover up women. No, you don't. And they act like it's a sin or something. It's not, guys. But you don't always have to overdo it. It's not overdoing it showing a woman's legs. Because they did that in Wonder Woman. Why you think men went to go see that movie besides the character herself? But the women in the movie were sexy. They weren't bald. They actually were tough and, they looked like women. They didn't have to try to pretend that they weren't. It's a whole island full of women. What did you expect? It was the third act fight that was not as epic because it looked like a video game cutscene. Again, that horse was not harmed. Mm. The only F bomb in the movie. Boo. We're an hour in. We're in the third act coming up. Yep, they're stoning them. Yep, a low blow. And the Rock's arms are huge in this movie. Those guys have dreads. A nice peaceful scene with exotic dancers. Not strippers, just, exotic dancers. Mm. Look at that face. The face is near, it should be painted and displayed at the Louvre in Paris. Just so beautiful, man. Goodbye, ladies. A coronation. Record will be back for Doom Part 3. Yeah, but that's in a couple years, Josh. I gotta see the 1984 film, do a podcast for David Lynch because he passed away. I'll do it in March because there's nobody black in the original version. Karen and Caitlin Elizabeth Black will be in the third film. He's gonna make them look like Oscar. Or I just hope Doom Part Two wins something because Amelia Perez did not deserve anything. See, nurturing. That's what I'm. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. Stop acting like women nurturing a child or a woman or a man is bad. It's not. Women need to be nurturing because they have motherly instincts. Because Gala's a very nurturing woman. Why you think she's doing Snow White so that her kids can eat? I don't blame her for doing a Disney movie. I just blame Disney for remaking a classic that you're not going to do better than. There's nothing they can do in that movie that's going to be better than the animated version. Nothing. Even that Christmas movie I saw years ago with the beautiful not Maya Rudolph, what's her name? Michelle Randolph. You're not going to do better than that because she is gorgeous. What can I say? So take a chance of Red Riding Hood again in the future, not a period piece. They already tried the Red Riding Hood period piece with Amanda Seyfried and that didn't work. Why? Because they made it Twilight. Got the same director of Twilight and it looks like Twilight. I don't want Twilight. Michelle Randolph, I took one look at her face and like, yep, I'm very attracted to you. I should be. Futuristic Virgin could go either way. No, I want it to look, you know, current. Don't make it woke or anything. I'm saying like go a few decades into the future and have like she could have instead like she could have like an electrical bike instead of a with a basket and she has like something digital. Her red hood it could be like the invisible cloak in Harry Potter. Just make it look elaborate and beautiful. Just saying, guys. You don't need $200 million for that to happen. Blade Runner, Blade Runner didn't cost $200 million when it came out in the '80s. The original Blade Runner, and it looks amazing. Like the movie has some of the most drop dead gorgeous visuals I've ever seen from any Ridley Scott movie not called Alien or Gladiator. Because people forget how beautiful Blade Runner is. No matter what version you see, that movie's visuals are like pre CGI and they look amazing. That's why so many people emulate that Blade Runner look. Obi-Wan, Dune, no, Judge Dredd, AI, the Mario Brothers movie from '93, Total Recall. They all look like Blade Runner. I think this is Rufus Sewell. He's good here though. Red having an invisible cloak, yeah, because to do something different. Because her going to grandma's house and doing the same thing, it would just be the same movie. Just don't make it look like Twilight. Because they wanted to do a Robin Hood like 2058 or something like that. That would work. Because I want to see something in the future. We see so many movies in the past. I want to see so many movies in the future. That's what I liked about the movie Free Jack. Even though 2019 already happened, I don't know that number. Sorry about that, guys. There was an interruption. Let them leave a voicemail. I'm doing a podcast. When it's over, I'll answer the phone. There we go. Sorry about that. I didn't stop this. Okay, here we go. Yeah, some stupid phone number. I got a phone number. I don't know who that was. Ignore that. That's it. That's his part. 72 minutes in. The cost is not the cost. Hollywood could spend $400 million on a Mission Impossible movie that it does not need to be that expensive. I don't know where the money went because there's no way that movie costs more than Avatar. That's mental. Unless everything was shot on a green screen, I don't buy it. I just don't buy it, guys. Because Earth to Echo wasn't $200 million. The 400 million is because of a dangerous stunt. Yeah, again, but I can do a dangerous stunt out my window. Is it going to cost me anything? No. It was the writer's strike that pushed that movie to go over budget. I'm still not seeing it in the theater because May I'm seeing Thunderbolts. I'm not seeing both in the theater. I'm gonna just see Thunderbolts after it comes out. Don't care about the critical response because again, I'm gonna be critical. Yep, you got the tooth. You don't mishandle a kid. You don't do that. You do not mishandle children. You don't grab them by the hair like that. That's abuse. I will not stand for that. Yeah, why does that movie cost almost as much as Avatar? Any of them. What CGI cats do you have? Superman, I'm sure will be a critical. No, it's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be epic. Josh, mark my words. Screw the critics that are gonna hate it. It's trying to be the Christopher Reeve movie. Yeah, because it doesn't want to be Man of Steel and scare everybody off. That's what sucked about those movies, Man of Steel and Henry Cavill's Batman v Superman. That he is too dark. You can have moments of seriousness, but you can't be frowning all the time. That's not the Superman I like. Again, I blame Zack Snyder and DC for trying to make him like Batman. He's not Batman. He wears colors, red, blue, and yellow, not black. Unless it's the death of Superman story. Yeah, this is Joseph Fiennes. Ray Fiennes' his brother, who was in Harry Potter. He was Lord Voldemort. They're not all will respond well with a few are concerned about the fantastical side. It's a man that can fly. I can suspend my disbelief. The him bleeding in the snow, that's dark enough. See, you don't have to have him like, have a cut. They don't have to like sap out all the color from his costume. Yeah, Joseph Fiennes comes late in the movie. He comes in the second half of it. Just like Austin Butler in Dune Part 2. At least this is way shorter. This is an hour shorter than Dune Part 2. So that was Rufus Sewell. I think he does a good job here. It's one of his best roles because he in other movies like Dark City I haven't seen, but they pretty much put a John Wick that they killed his wife. That came out the same year as this, the first John Wick. See, it was like an hour and 40 minutes. It did not need to be 2.5 hours. Like four, John Wick Chapter 4 was too long, guys. I hope Ballerina is shorter, please. John Wick presents, the John Wick universe presents Ballerina. Make it under 2 hours or 2 hours even. Don't make it 2.5 hours or 2:40. I don't need to be in the theater that long. This is like the scene in Thor. I love this acting. It's very Shakespearean. Like remember the Avengers when Thor and Loki are talking to each other? It's so epic. I love that because they're it's not overacting. It's very Shakespearean, stagey. I love that. It gets me invested. If I, I know, Rock, I can hear you. Deviate from the campy side to have different yo. And even the wig that David Cornsweet is wearing, it doesn't bother me because I'm like, this is a different interpretation. And I trust James Gunn, unlike Zack Snyder, because he's not going to make it dark and gloomy. It's not, and they got a Lois that actually is a brunette this time, not a redhead. Hair color, she's so, yes, Rebecca, own it. She's so good. She's so good, man. She's so good, man. Again, you see this academy? This is called acting. She's so good, man. This scene is pretty dark. I am Hercules. Yes, sir. That is awesome. Again, this is how you do it. Yep, you deserve that. He went all Samson on them. This is wolves. See, they're wolves. Wolves are very dangerous. That's why they use CG wolves, because a real wolf would have attacked the rock, and you can't train wolves. They're not like dogs. Again, take that, Twilight, you and your ugly looking dog wolves things. These wolves look way better because they're a decent size. In Twilight, they're as big as a house. I'm like, why? Werewolves are not that big. That was such an epic scene. Yeah, take that, Jacob. He broke their jaws like King Kong. Yeah, these wolves look a lot better. I'm sorry. How was it that Twilight came out in 2009? The Breaking Dawn, not Breaking Dawn, New Moon, and the wolves look terrible. They look too cutesy, especially Jacob, as he's like brown. Why did you want me to look at the wolves? They're supposed to be threatening, and they're not even wolves, werewolves. They're like shape shifting wolves because they turn from human to wolf, and it's not even nighttime, so they're not even really werewolves. They're shapeshifters, and it's ridiculous. They fight like dogs. The Rock is so physical in this movie, man. That was a cool shot. Ratner may be a weirdo, but he knows how to direct a movie. Nope, he caught it again. McShane, you're not gonna. Again, this isn't Pirates of the Caribbean where you're gonna, he dies. The flying isn't the problem with the fans. It's a kaiju dragon. What kaiju dragon? The thing burning the building again. It's a fantastical DC movie. You can throw anything. You can throw aliens, robots, and monsters, and I will go with it. After sitting through Cavill's wannabe Superman, I need to sit through something different. Green Lantern and the dog, they concerned about. I'm not concerned about him. Crypto is very important to Superman's thing. Did you see the Super Pets movie? That movie gave me emotion. I cried at the end of that movie. Cried, and it's a kids movie, and I cried. Uh, Joseph Fiennes, you cannot talk your, you can't talk your way out of this. This is not Shakespeare in Love. No, you're. I don't forgive you. You're British. You need to go down. Thank you. Thank you. He was the voice of Ramesses in The Prince of Egypt, and it was so bad in that. He's, his character is so evil, so heartless. That was an awesome line. Yep. Yeah. So Joseph Fiennes is a little bit underused here. Hey, at least it wasn't. At least it wasn't Joseph Quinn acting like a cartoon character in Gladiator 2. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Ramesses was Ray Fiennes. Yeah, it was. He's here, but he's underused. I don't know if he was doing another film. Okay, that was a good line too. I like the writing in the movie. A lot of it is either witty or really bad ace. It again, is this better than is this less silly than the Thor and Love and Thunder? Yeah, because not everything is a joke. When people die in this movie, it's got consequences. It's not a cartoon. 83 minutes in. Gwen Poole should be witty. Yes, exactly. Emotionally vulnerable. Yeah. There's always the count of three or 10, like in Home Alone. He's a fun character, Rufus Sewell's character, because he actually is witty and he has a lot of charm in this role. More slow mo, but it's done for a purpose. It's not to stretch out the running time. If only Zack Snyder knew that. Yep, an arrow right to his heart, and he's still willing to fight, man. Cut him down. Yep, he's gonna go down fighting. They could throw one over fighting a giant girl and oh, you mean Giganta? Yeah. Yeah, he got so many arrows. He's done now. Thaddeus is dead. Unlike Thunderbolt Ross, where he lives to fight another day. Yep, flames. You can't beat fire. Fire! Mess with fire, you get burnt. Trust me, yeah, those fires were not a coincidence in Los Angeles. Yep, he died. But he died fighting. Here's his strength coming into play. Here it comes. Hmm. That statue is totally screwed. Yep, got him. Rest in peace, John Hurt. Yeah, I miss you, man. But in this movie, his character deserved to die. If people are complaining about Superman doing a barrel roll spin and a dragon, then you're watching the wrong movie. This is not realistic. Okay, this isn't Lois and Clark or Superman and Lois where they try to keep it more grounded and more in reality. No, this is a fantastical movie about a man flying. I can take I can take it and I can suspend my disbelief because it's a comic book movie. I'm not worried about the CG in the movie. There's not going to be a ton of flashbacks either, like in the Man of Steel movie. Sorry, did not for me. That movie was so afraid to call him Superman that it was like, no, let's just call him Man of Steel. Hercules. 90 minutes in. It's an epic movie. I like this movie. It's definitely gotten better watching it again after a while. It's a good movie. I like it. No, you don't. Look at me. I am a hero. Yeah. Ian McShane, if you live to be 100, it's a good movie. I liked it. I liked watching it again. Ratner did a good job. He respected the legend without making it. I got to see who this actress is. The script was pretty fun. Based on the radical comic. Oh, this was based on a comic. Okay. And yes, Hercules is in the MCU. He's going to be in the next. If Thor gets another movie, or he'll show up. I'll stop it, but I want to see who the name of the girl is. There was only 90 minutes. Fernando Velasquez, he did the music. He did a good job. The U.S. casting, yeah. Most of the actors were British. There's Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Ian McShane, Rufus Sewell, yeah. Axel Henny, Ingrid Bolso, yeah, that's her, Ingrid. Okay. Tobias Santelman, Joseph Fiennes, he was in the movie for like 5 minutes. Peter Mullen and John Hurt. Yeah, may he rest in peace. There it is, Rebecca Ferguson and Isaac Andrews. Okay, I can stop it here. This was fun. I'm glad I got to finally do this movie. Uh, it's a fun movie. If you haven't seen it for a while, you can stream it. I think it's on Paramount Plus. So thanks for watching, guys. Acknowledge me, and soon I'll do another podcast in a couple of days. I need a break. I'll probably do another review Wednesday or something, or tomorrow, but no podcast tomorrow because I got to go somewhere. But it was fun. I'm glad I got to do this. So see you in the next one.